Yo, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be changing the oil on my 2014 3.7 Mustang. The process I'm going to be going through should be true for all Ford 3.7 Mustang motors. So first off, I've got a 5W20 synthetic oil. Ford says that the Mustang 3.7 needs the 5W20, so that's what I'm going to go with. It needs 6 quarts of it. So this is 5 and this is another 1. And I've also got an oil filter right here to use. And then I had an Amazon gift card, so I just needed to spend it on something. So I picked up an oil filter wrench because I knew I was about to change my oil. And then also, Advance had a little bundle. I don't know if you can see it down there, where I could get all the stuff for like 50 bucks. I also got a drain pan and a funnel in there too. And then also, one of the first things you want to do is get your car up on some ramps. Now these are low profile ramps because my car is lowered. Depending on your setup, you might not need low profile ramps. Next thing you want to do is chalk off your wheels back there. That's very important because you're going to be under your car. And if it falls on you, that'd be bad news. So you can either get dedicated car chalks or use bricks, which is what I'm going to be using. The next thing is to pull your parking brake. If you're in an automatic, manual, whatever manual you have to, but just pull your parking brake because you can never be too safe being under a car. And then I've got a jack and jack stands. Depending on, like I said, your setup, you might not need these. Since I'm lower, it's very tight to get all the way back to my oil drain pan, the oil drain plug all the way from the front or the side, just because it is so low. So I might be jacking up my car. I haven't seen yet. And I've got a little fan going right now. It's been going for probably a couple hours, just to try to help cool off the engine, because I have been driving a lot recently in the past few hours, and so the car can be pretty hot. So next I'm gonna go grab my chalk off my wheels, and then I'm gonna get under the car and pop off that drain plug. One thing that I forgot to mention is that you're probably going to want to get a piece of cardboard to lay down under your car, because if you're doing this on a driveway or a garage parking spot, oil can really mess up the ground. So this can also help your back, so you're not laying on the ground as much, just so this can protect for some spills. So do this, but way back there, let's see if I can point it out to you. Let's see, I can just barely see it. Right at the tip of my finger right there is the drain bolt that I need to get to. Now unfortunately, I do think I'm gonna have to jack up my car. I don't think that I'm going to be able to get all the way over there without jacking up. I can try to sneak in from the passenger side, because this is on the passenger side of the car. So let me try from the passenger side and then we can see. So I'm on the passenger side of my car, and as you can see, the bolt is right. I'll put my finger on it. The bolt is right there. That's gonna be a 15 millimeter. I do think I'm gonna be able to get it from the passenger side of my car without having to jack my car up. So these ramps might be enough. I'm gonna get a 15 millimeter, and I'm gonna crack. Sorry, it's focusing on my finger. I'm gonna crack that bolt open, and then I'm gonna go on top of the engine and open up the fill hole to make it so that the oil drains a little bit faster. Be sure to have your drain pan down here, and don't put the drain pan directly under the bolt because the oil will shoot out. So put it a little more out, and then eventually, as the stream slows down, it will start dripping straight down. So I'm gonna get a 15 millimeter and crack that loose. So right there is gonna be where the oil fill is. Be sure that you are able to open your oil fill before you take out your drain plug, because that would be really unfortunate if you drained out all your oil but were unable to fill it back up. So what you're gonna do is just twist this off, and there is where you're going to fill up your oil, right in there. You can see the valve train up in there. It's pretty crazy looking. That's where you're going to fill it. All right, I've got my cardboard laid down, my drain pan also laid down. So now I'm ready to start cracking open this bolt. I also got my oil fill part opened up top. So now I'm going to start cranking off this bolt. All right, so I just got all of my oil drained, and I'm not sure if y'all can see, but right there are some metal shards that I found in my oil. There's some more under the car that I wasn't able to get off my finger, so I just kind of brushed it off under the car. But if y'all have any idea what this could be, let's see if we can get close up on that. Those were in my oil. It looks like it was the part of some sort of ring I'm not sure. I think a lot more came off. Let's see, if I look under here, I said a lot right. You can see there's more right there. It looks like a whole little ring came apart. So if y'all know anything about these 3.7s, or if this is applicable to all engines, what this could be, I haven't gotten a chance to look inside my oil pan. I'm kind of scared now that I'm finding this just by pulling out the drain plug. So that's a bit scary, but I'm gonna look in my oil pan and see what's going on in there. All right, I got all the oil out from the oil pan. Now I'm a little disappointed in this drain pan because it was labeled as a 7-quart pan. The 3.7 takes 6 quarts. If this thing had another quart in it, it'd probably overflow. So a little bit disappointed in that. It was $3, so what can I complain? And maybe my engine was a little overfilled. But I'm about to put the drain plug back in so I can start taking out. I'm gonna put the drain plug back in, take off the oil filter, and then start filling back up. Here we go. All right, so I got all my oil drained, and I got my drain plug back in there. I'm still gonna investigate those metal shards, but right now I'm about to come over here to the drain pan, and I'm gonna try to put some of this in these water bottles so that I can come over here and put the drain pan under the oil filter down there so that this doesn't overflow. I know the oil filter doesn't have much in it, but still, this could potentially overflow, and that would really be a mess. So I'm gonna dump some of these in there and then do the oil filter. All right, so next up is the oil filter. I'm gonna try to use my wrench that I got. And actually, let me get my other glove on. I took my other glove off to text. Let me get this on. All right. So now I'm gonna try to work this in here. You're probably supposed to go in from the bottom, but I am able, it seems, to reach it from the top. So I'm gonna try to do that because it'd be easier than getting out of the car, in my opinion. So get this on there and start twisting righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Let's see, this thing's on here pretty good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Serpentine belts in the way. You probably are supposed to come in from the bottom, so I'm gonna try to go in from the bottom and do it. Alright guys, so I got the oil filter changed down there, dumped it all out, and be sure when you're putting yours in that you get some of the new oil and rub it around the rim of the new oil filter to lubricate it. I got all of my old oil dumped into these bottles that I'm going to go take to my local auto parts shop to dispose of. You need to do that. This is hazardous waste for the environment and for animals, so they can dispose of that and repurpose this oil. Also, I have an oil catch can, which I emptied that out, and everything is buttoned up. The fill thing is back covered. My drain bolt is back in, my filter's in, so everything is done. This oil change is complete. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all's goes well.